Hello and welcome to the Cherry Tree Softball Complex, home of your Carmel Greyhounds as they look to take on the Cathedral Irish here on this Wednesday night. I'm Boudouris, here alongside Caroline Petry. Caroline, what do you got for us?
I think tonight's going to be a great night. It's senior night for the 4 seniors we have on our team, 3 out of 4 which are committed to continue playing their sport in college, and I think it's going to be a great night. They're going to show out. I
agree. Starting lineups are being announced right now as we speak. Players are getting set. We are in place for a great ball game here tonight.
I think that our team's going to come back ambitious. We lost our last game. They're going to prove themselves tonight. It's a home game. It's senior night. Just adding that energy, they're going to feel good. It's going to be great. I believe it.
Been a bit of a rough spot so far for the whole program, but I think tonight's really going to be a night where they break loose, start to get some momentum back, especially going into playoff season coming up soon.
Yeah. I mean, and speaking of playoffs, last year Cathedral made a deep run. They went to regional and I think semi-state as well, but they didn't make it quite far. But they went pretty good. I mean, they have a bunch. They also, it's not their senior night, but they have a bunch of strong seniors who are able to do it. Our team is very senior heavy. We definitely depend on them, but it's their night, so I hope they shine.
We are very senior heavy, but we're also very sophomore heavy, and I think that's going to be a very big key part of the future of this program, where you got players like Fleming or Davis that are really going to make a big impact.
Kevin Warren. No, I mean, I think it's great that they're able to play with the senior influence and learn a lot from them. Indeed, let's play ball.
Moments away from first pitch here at Cherry Tree. Cathedral will be coming up first. Plating Hughes, the center fielder, will be the leadoff batter.
Pitching tonight for the Greyhounds is Lucy Broughton, our senior.
Senior night, very big deal for her.
Oh, yeah.
Is she one of the seniors playing college ball, Caroline?
No, she's going to University of Kentucky. She's not going to continue. She's had a heck of a season. Being a senior, she's been definitely one of the pitchers we've depended on.
Definitely a leader.
She's a leader, yeah, for sure. I think, like we were saying, the other pitcher is a sophomore. So kind of taking in after those steps, setting an example. Broughton is pitched. I'm trying to see here. Total pitches at the start of tonight's game, 1,283, her entire career.
That is quite a few.
Quite a few. I was astounded when I saw that number, personally. But I think it's going to be a great night. She's definitely able to help the team. And, Carmel just has to be able to play solid defense, not make any errors, have a solid game, and really come out to play.
For sure. All right, Broughton is ready. Mary Hughes is coming up to the plate for Cathedral, and we are seconds away from first pitch. Hughes, the lefty, having a very good season. First pitch to her, foul ball back behind the plate.
Hughes' batting average, 5'11".
5'11".
5'11".
My goodness.
I know. I had that highlighted. That's pretty good for a junior, especially. I mean, she has another
That's
year
very good
left
for
with her.
anybody.
Anybody.
Ever.
Okay, yeah, not just a junior.
Any level.
Any level.
The 0-1 count. Taken outside, evening up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Outside, 1-2 count now to Hughes. Hughes having a very slow and patient at-bat here to start the night. Taking her time, taking her breaths outside of the batter's box.
That's what you gotta do.
Next pitch to her, another foul ball. Fighting it off, staying alive. Hughes being the lefty that she is, really trying to utilize that slap technique, just trying to get the bat on the ball and get on base.
Bratton's left-handed?
She is right-handed.
Right-handed.
So righty on lefty matchup. The 1-2. Outside. Evening up the count once again at 2-2. Next pitch. Fouled off left side. We'll do it again. Hughes and Broughton really taking their time here tonight. Slowing it down. It's early.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
face-off.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mental game.
That's what it's all about. Broughton set. Her delivery. Another foul ball. Yeah, Hughes just a little bit late on that. That's why it's really shooting to the opposite way. Cannot catch up to Broughton. The 2-2. Ground ball, left side foul, and we will do it once again.
You know, Broughton really is a value to this Carmel team. Relatively low for playing a long, long career, being a senior. Only 27 ball walks.
Wow.
She's only got 27 walks, so definitely.
Hughes having a fantastic at-bat here to open out the night. The 2-2 to her. Fouled back again. And this is one of those that really can set the tone for the night. If she can keep fighting off pitches, finding the one that she likes, getting on base, that'll set the tone for the rest of this Cathedral team.
It's going to be a long game. Just have to settle in.
The 2-2. Ground ball left side, fielded, gloved, throwed, and the out is made at first. Heads up play by Sullivan, and the first out is made of the night. High fives all around at the circle, and there is one down here in the top of the first. It'll be Mook coming up for the Irish.
I think time and time again, Broughton has shown that she has the stamina to last these games. I mean, these long pace games, because if every pitch is going to be like that, we're in for a heck of a night tonight. But she has the stamina to stay in there, and I think, like I said, it being senior night, she's just going to want to stick it out.
First pitch is taken outside for a ball. The 1-0 to Mook. In the dirt outside, 2-0. Next pitch is drilled out into left field. Gets past the left fielder. Digging for second is Mook. She is in there with a stand-up double. And Cathedral has something cooking here with one out.
Let it sour.
Tough hop there for the left fielder long strength, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's the difference of a single or double.
And you gotta stay paying attention.
Valentine's up now with the runner in scoring position. First pitch to her. Taken for a strike. Long pausing umpire here tonight. The 0-1 to Valentine. Swung on and on the ground. Shortstop, throw to first is not in time. She's in there safely. The Irish have 2 on and 1 out.
Valentine's batting average, another high one. We have 514.
Wow.
That's that's a hard pass to go through.
I mean,
you got 2 of your best hitters right off your lineup. It's going to be hard to strike, to run through that.
Well, she hit on the screws right there and just too strong for Esposito. First pitch to Fesco. Popped up, right side. Settling under it, and nobody calls for it. And it'll drop for a foul ball and strike 1.
That was...
Never want to see that. Looked like McDonald all the way, and then she turned around and nobody was there to catch it. So. The 0-1 to Fesco. Swung on and fouled straight back. Fesco quickly digging herself into an 0-2 count. 2 foul balls, but she is really in that hole now. Broughton delivers, strike 3, swinging. 2 away now here in the top of the first.
We got those 2 on base that you're just going to try to, you got to see if you can make any progress.
Yeah, Broughton gets that quickly 0-2 count and just slows her down there, and she cannot adjust to the changeup.
Yep.
Well, here's Leiter, the first baseman, stepping in. First pitch to her. Swung on, floater out in the center field. That will drop. That'll carry all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. Waving around and coming in to score is the second run. It is 2-0 Irish.
And you know, Leiter actually one of the highest RBIs on the team with 12, and just adding another one, sending both of them home.
Wow.
Not both of them, I'm sorry, I'm incorrect. Only 1. Still a heck of a run there.
2 runs here early for the Irish. And Broughton will really just have to relax and get out of this to salvage just the manageable lead so far. Well, here's Wright, the first pitch to her. Taken outside for ball 1. The 1-0 to Aubrey Wright is taken outside for ball 2. Broughton ready. The 2-0. Taken low for ball 3.
Oh, I had a Diet Coke. To the plate.
3-0 now with 2 outs. Here's the delivery. Taken high for ball 4. 2 on, 2 out now for the Irish.
Cathedral, courtesy runner, number
A little meeting on the mound now. Quickly over between Broughton and her first baseman. So Addy Land will step in, the senior, trying to knock in that runner in scoring position.
Addy Land.
I need a piece of paper to buy.
Broughton ready, first pitch. Taken for a strike to Land. You know, it's early, but we've already noticed that when Broughton gets ahead in the counts, she's really sitting batters down. But when she gets behind, that's trouble. Next pitch is grounded. Left side, throw to first, got her. And the 3rd out is recorded for Carmel. Wasn't pretty, but they get out of it. It is 2-0 Irish here in the middle of the first.
Was able to prevent another 2-run damage from being...
Yeah, a lot of early action for Esposito over at shortstop. Had a chance earlier, bobbled it, but she's able to, make up for herself in that play now.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to her batting. She is just she's one of our seniors. I'm going to say that about 50 times tonight, I'm sorry. But she's one of our seniors. She's really strong, offering to the team these stats that are really invaluable. Having a good hitter is one of the best things. Her average is a 370.
Very impressive. She is definitely a rock in this Carmel roster and just a very important piece of this.
How we work.
Yeah. And once again, she's a
work.
senior, and it's heartbreaking to see her go from the kind of disappointing season that Carmel's had, but it's still very important just to see her work and hopefully
garner experience. She's Esposito is going to it's Indiana State to continue playing softball. So we wish her the best of luck.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Well, Fesco warms up in the circle for Cathedral. You know, a lot of times pitchers will get an early lead like a 2-0 lead that Cathedral has tonight, and you really worry about them settling in and getting outs, but that's one of the standards of a pitcher is can you work with a lead?
She's a freshman.
She is.
Fesco is a freshman. She is starting varsity. This is she's been with this team. She's played a lot of the games. She's had 5 wins with them. It's pretty impressive just getting started, you know. And I don't think that she's on the team because there's a lack of talent on the team. This team's packed full.
For sure.
The Irish are packed full of talent. So, you know, she probably really had to fight to earn that spot. Just showing how great her skills are.
For the greyhounds, number 22, Sophie Esposito.
Esposito will come to the plate now here in the bottom of the first, hoping to get something rolling for Carmel.
Great way to start it off.
Dug into an early 2-0 deficit, but it's still the first inning.
Still the first inning. We got 7 to go.
First pitch to Espo. Swung on and popped up on the infield. Settling under it and making the catch is Mook, and that'll retire the first out.
Contact's contact, and you never know what's going to happen.
Alex Longstreth will come up to the plate, the left-handed batter. First pitch to her, taken way high for ball 1. You know, as a pitcher, that first pitch swinging pop-up is a massive sigh of relief, especially early on.
Especially early on, after their pull-ahead lead.
The 1-0. Swung on and fouled way out of play. Count evens 1-1. The 1-1 to Longstreth. Swung on and grounded straight up the middle. Bobbled at short, and Longstreth will dig it out for an infield single.
I don't want to say karma, but it happened to us, happened to them.
Especially after making that easy play with the pop-up, Mook could not handle the ground ball straight to her. Hope McDonald digs in with a runner on. Another left-handed batter.
Hope McDonald's going to continue her softball career at Coastal Carolina.
That's why she's in the 3-hole. First pitch to her, taken high for ball 1. Very windy night here at the ballpark.
Oh, it's so cold. I have a blanket. I know I may look stupid, but it's the best decision I've ever made.
The 1-0. Swing and fouled it back into the catcher's mitt. Count evens 1-1. McDonald digs back in. The 1-1 to her. Taken low, taken for a strike, and it's a 1-2 count. Very, very delayed calls by the home plate umpire tonight.
I've always wondered what it takes to be an umpire.
You sign up online. 1-2 taken way high to McDonald.
Is it like one of those notary services where you can be ordained within 24 hours?
Likely.
Great to know that's what's policing our high school athletics. I think they do a great job.
I agree. 2-2. In the dirt, ball 3. Runner goes, throw to second. She is in there, safe with a stolen base. Longstreth, a little bit of a delayed steal, and she digs it out. We got a runner in scoring position now with just 1 out.
Bringing some action to this game, you know, potentially trying to get back on the scoreboard.
I think the throw beat her, but she was able to just swim under the tag and full count now. Swung on and fly it out into left field. That could be trouble, and it drops. Foul.
Wow.
Just barely outside the chalk.
I would have gone for it.
See, I'm curious now because if that left fielder was still in fair territory when she touched it, that would have been a fair ball. I couldn't see a great angle of it, however.
Oh, I have a beautiful angle, Noah. It was like a foot. It was like a foot away, so.
Well, we'll do it again. Full count to McDonald. Swung on and fouled straight back. She is definitely on that one. You know, you'll see it a lot when batters just fight off 2 or 3 foul balls in a row. They are definitely seeing the pitcher well tonight. And I think this is going to be a very good sign for the rest of this AB. Full count again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. McDonald goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. Well, after a few very promising swings, McDonald goes down swinging. And it'll be Sullivan now.
Lily Sullivan. Now, I
in.
have to talk to you about this one. Case Sullivan. She is a triplet. Can you believe that? Case Sullivan
I can't believe it.
He's making a lot of big plays on Carmel's baseball team. So let's see if Lily
First
can
pitch
do
of
the same.
Sullivan is swung on and through the infield. In scoring for the first run of the game is Longstreth.
Is she?
And Carmel tacks on 1 here in the bottom of the first.
Look at that. Just, I mean, making plays happen. It must run in the family. Must run in the family. Probably stealing. It's fine.
Well, now it's the catcher, Jen Kleiner, stepping in. Another runner in scoring position opportunity for her.
Catcher, Jen Kleiner.
2-1 Cathedral here in the bottom of the first.
Kleiner
First pitch to
herself.
Kleiner. Ground ball left side. Gloved and thrown out at first base for the third out of the inning. Carmel tacks on 1. And we'll go to the second. 2-1 lead for the Irish.
Maybe that was unlucky for me to say. I was about to say Kleiner has 9 RBIs, so.
Well, she hit it on the screws, but just not in the right place, so.
We got 1. That's all
We
you
got
can ask
1.
for. That's all you can ask for. In a situation like this, you just gotta settle in and play the long game.
And looks like we're in for a good one when teams can just battle back and forth.
Back and forth.
Well, now you got to really think about the pitching game for Broughton, where now she has a little bit more comfort. It's just a 1-run lead.
Confidence.
Can she settle in and get outs and keep the Carmel in this ball game?
Yeah. And if she's gonna gain, how much is she gonna let him gain?
Well, here we go, top of the second. It'll be Stump stepping in for Cathedral. Another lefty on righty matchup.
Amory Stump is committed to play softball at Airham. Earlham.
First pitch from Broughton, grounded off the glove of the shortstop, and it'll be dug out for another infield single. Esposito's had a busy night over at short, and she's just not been able to glove a lot of them.
No. She just needs to settle in.
8, Ashley Sylvia.
You know, you can't expect them not to hit. Like I've been saying this entire night, the Irish have a star-studded. That was a.
First pitch to Sylvia is a ball well outside and in the dirt.
Well, continuing on. They have great teams, you know, they have great stats, star-studded, so, you know, you can't just sit there and not expect them to make a hit.
Right. Next pitch to Sylvia is fouled straight back on a bunt attempt. Yeah, when you're, like you said, when you're facing such a good lineup like this, you have to expect the ball coming straight to you, and that's where Esposito's just been a little bit hesitant tonight. Is she's getting ground balls, but she's just not in the place that she should be.
Instincts aren't sharp.
1-1's another foul ball.
I mean, with it being so chilly, I don't know how you couldn't be on your toes.
Sylvia fighting off 2 in a row. Broughton ready, the 1-2 pitch, ground ball, and another bobbled softball by Esposito. You know, I want to keep calling them infield singles, but they're starting to turn into errors.
Yeah, you gotta reach that point. You know, usually she's on it, you know, 840 FP.
Fielding percentage?
Fielding percentage.
Yes, ma'am.
That is correct. 8,400 fielding percentage. You know, that's higher than most. You know, some of them on the Carmel team.
First pitch to Musacek is bunted into foul territory. Pardon me, that is Hughes batting, actually.
Mary Hughes was the player of the game for Cathedral's last game, making some great plays.
Next pitch to Hughes is bunted foul once again. Quickly 0-2 now to the Cathedral leadoff hitter.
Let's see if she can make this runner advance.
Broughton delivers. Pitch is outside for the first ball of the at-bat. Decently full crowd here at the ballpark tonight.
Senior night.
Senior night. The 1-2 is grounded, gloved and thrown for the first out. Oh, safe is the call.
Safe.
I thought it beat her by a good half step.
Wish we could see a replay on that.
Well, it'll be bases loaded, nobody out, and Mook stepping up to the plate. Very dangerous hitter.
Oh, this is getting scary. I mean, we started the top of this inning. We were saying, you know, we got a one over. It's only a lead of 1. You know, not a lot of risk. But this is the worst case scenario right here. We've got an awfully great hitter, Anna Moore. She's a sophomore. Really going to be casting off.
For sure.
Seeing if she can make something happen.
Well, first pitch to Moore is taken outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Swung on and into foul territory, evening the count now at 1-1.
Moore has been able to get 10 RBIs. Let's see if she can deliver. Hopefully.
The 1-1 to her is in the dirt for ball 2. A little bit of a steal threat over at third, but no harm done. Broughton really taking her time, just trying to slow down this game. As the 2-1 is into foul territory once again. And finally a pitcher's count now. for Lucy Broughton. Two. Swung on into foul territory.
Right to the third batter's
And we'll do it
knee.
again.
Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
That was right on her knee.
That's why they coach that if you're on third, you got to run into foul territory, because if that happens, it's a foul ball.
Yeah.
Two, nobody out, bases loaded. The pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back.
A lot on the line.
And Moore just keeps fighting him off, keeping herself alive, waiting for the right pitch.
Now, if she's able to walk, Noah, does that mean the person on third gets to...
She will score, yes.
She will score, so, like I said, a lot on the line.
Next pitch to her is fouled back again. And an excellent AB going now for Moore.
2-2.
Broughton set. The 2-2. Taken outside for ball 3. Well, full count, bases loaded, nobody out.
Somebody's going to score, maybe. No outs, too.
Bearing another foul ball, something interesting will happen on this pitch.
You think so?
The 3-2. Swung on, grounded. Esposito, throw home. Got her
She's on her toes.
for the first out of the inning.
We've said, you know, she's got to sharpen up. This is the play that she should have sharpened up for. And good on her for doing it.
Well, that's the senior leadership that we want to see from
Yes,
Esposito.
especially.
On her night, we want to see her make those plays, and after a few rough ones, she's really making up for it right now. Now it's Valentine. First pitch to her is taken outside for ball 1. A 1-0 count now to the Irish third baseman. Taken inside for ball 2. First strike 1, rather.
First strike. Valentine is one of the ones with an above average hit count, 514.
Very impressive.
19 RBIs too. I know I keep saying these big numbers, but they just keep getting bigger and bigger. I mean, this lineup, this batting lineup is going to be tough to cycle through. I mean, one challenge after another.
The 2-2 or 2-1 now. Swung on and roped into foul territory, evening up the count now at 2-2. Yeah, Valentine really saw all of that one. Got the barrel on it, but just not in between the lines. The 2-2 from Broughton. Ground ball right back to her. Throw to home. Got her there.
Nice.
No throw to first, but the second out of the inning is recorded. Heads up play by Lucy Broughton.
I mean, the thing is, when it goes to the pitcher, they just keep loading their bases. They lose a player, but they just keep doing it.
Well, and it's not a very long distance between home plate and that pitcher circle.
Yeah, so it could just go right to you. You can't make...
Well, from bases loaded, nobody out, to bases loaded, 2 outs. And the first pitch is in the dirt, but blocked excellently by Kleiner. The 1-0 to Fezco is blooped into right field. That'll score 1. Throw home is cut off, and another run scores for Cathedral. 2 RBI single for Fezco, and Cathedral expands their lead.
Doubled it.
4-1 now the score.
Fezco, like I said, she's a freshman. Freshman bringing all of this talent, just raw talent. For the next 3 years, they're going to get to play with this.
For Cathedral, courtesy runner number 17, Izzy Beramonte.
Well, courtesy runner now on base for Cathedral. It'll be Lighter now, the batter. Chance to knock in one more with a runner in scoring position. 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the second. First pitch. Taken inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Just barely outside and a 2-0 count now to Lighter.
No, can you believe it's May and it's this chilly?
Brief moment where it was getting nice out, but we're back to cold.
I don't like it.
Next pitch to Lighter, swung on and missed. And it's a 2-1 count.
These are not the prime conditions for spring sports. And they're in short sleeves.
Your blanket says so.
I love my blanket.
2-1 is grounded. Third base, throw and got her.
I think
Sullivan really flashing the leather so far tonight.
I mean, she's a senior too. Her senior night.
Well, just a very quick release by pretty much the entire Carmel infield. Has a very strong sense of ball to glove. But
Yeah, they're interconnected, like that fungus stuff from The Last of Us. If something happens over there, I don't know if that's a far-fetched reference. Well, on a lighter note, Lily Sullivan is committed to play at Akron.
Akron?
Akron? Is that how you say
Akron,
it?
Ohio. Akron University of the Mid-America Conference.
Where's Akron?
Ohio.
Ohio? Well, good luck to her there.
Akron, Ohio is where LeBron James grew up.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
Wow. This is going to be a really off-topic question, but is Bronny James, where is he going to school?
I'm unsure. I think he's deciding between Oregon, Ohio State, and USC.
I had a Kentucky hope for a while there. Speaking of Kentucky, Lucy Broughton is going to Kentucky for college,
That's true.
but she's not going to be playing softball. I think health sciences major I saw.
Okay.
I read up on our seniors tonight.
Gotcha. A little bit of pregame stalking here from Caroline Petry.
What I'm known for. You know who we're at. Starting off, hitting for the Carmel lineup is going to be number 6, Erickson. G. Erickson. She is, let's see if she can do make something happen tonight.
Yeah, I mean, down by 3. Grayson's got a lot of opportunity to just kind of get the ball rolling, try to get a few runs back here for Carmel.
Now, Erickson is one of those sophomores we were talking about who can, they're I don't want to say underdeveloped, but they are.
They're becoming developed right now.
This is the time for them to step up and, get 2 good years to be juniors and seniors.
First pitch to her is taken low for a ball. Fesco set. The 1-0. Taken for strike 1. Count evens. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's cute. We got some cheerleaders forming down at the left corner of the stands.
Next pitch to Erickson's taken high for ball 2.
I wonder if they're the future of this softball team.
Hitters count now for Erickson. Here's the delivery. Swung on and fouled straight back. Seems to be a trend so far tonight. A lot of hard hit foul balls from both sides, but just really trying to get the barrel on the ball, get something going. Here's the 2-2. Way upstairs for ball 3. Full count now to Erickson. Taken low. And Erickson forgot how many balls there were.
Oh, no. Is the umpire going to let it?
The umpire told her that's ball 4, and she went to first.
Was that ball 4?
That was ball 4. Everybody else knew it except for her.
Oh. Well, and me. And me. Me and her. At least she's not alone.
It's weird now. First pitch to her is taken high for ball 1.
Ella Weir is a junior.
Mm-hmm. The 1-0 to Weir. Showing bunt. Pulls it back now. Count evens 1 apiece. We're a fairly open stance. Next pitch to her is taken low in the dirt for ball 2. Weir continues to show bunt, but just hasn't gotten the right pitch to lay it down yet.
Understandable.
The 2-1. Finally gets the bunt laid down.
Goes.
It's a beauty. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
She's out.
Moving the runner over to second, and Carmel has a runner in scoring position with just 1 out.
That was close. I'll tell you that, Noah. It was close. At least from my angle.
Well, it'll be Lucy Broughton, the pitcher, coming up to the plate, trying to just get this runner from scoring position to score.
At least third.
And cut this lead to just 2.
Lucy Broughton has only 1 RBI, so let's see if she can. Let's see what she can do.
The first pitch to Broughton. Swing and a miss. Too eager on that one. Oh, 1's to count to Lucy. The delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Back-to-back pitches. Broughton's just way over anxious on him. Swinging over him, swinging too early, and she stuck herself into an 0-2 count.
I know she knows what to do. She just has to do it. And you know, in fact, I do know that she knows what to do because she has a average.
The 0-2 is popped up.
Oh my.
Settling under it.
Oh.
Is the shortstop.
See, that's what you know how to do. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that ball was skied, but Anna Moore was able to get under it and record the second out of the inning for Cathedral. Fleming steps up to the plate. Chance to knock in 1 now for Carmel. Pitch is taken way upstairs for ball 1.
This is only Fleming's 7th game.
Another sophomore.
Another sophomore. She only has, 1 run, 21 plate appearances. She's another sophomore. We're just adding these numbers. You got to add the numbers, get the experience, and the only real way to get experience is playing the game.
1-0 is chopped through the legs
That
of the
was a good one.
Of the shortstop.
Go,
Here
go.
comes the throw.
Oh!
She is safe.
She's safe.
And Carmel tacks on 1 more here in the bottom of the second.
Oh,
Through the
look at me
legs
saying that
of
backwards,
the
though. She only has 6
of
game
the
innings.
shortstop. Here comes
They
the
just
throw.
proved a point.
She is
They're
safe.
ready. They know what to do. They're going to make it happen.
And Carmel tacks on. Anna Moore, after a very routine pop-up, has that one crawl through her legs, had some bounce to it, but that was enough to plate 1 more for Carmel. Very
was like
close play at the plate.
That was like a putt-putt shot. You know the putt-putt things where you got to go through the thing? That was a putt-putt shot, Noah.
Go back to the leadoff hitter. Espel will try to get another one home for the Greyhounds. First pitch to her. Way high for ball 1. The 1-0. Taken low for ball 2. Well, the 2-0 now to Sophie Esposito. Swung on and grounded to the shortstop Moore, and she is safe at first. Infield single for Esposito, and the Hounds got runners on their corners with 2 outs, and it'll be Longstreth coming up to the plate.
Here we go. This is the redemption arc we were looking for. No, I mean, you know, we went into this, we were down by 1. Top, we had some people score. That's okay. We're going to be down by 1 if we get both of these runners home.
If we get both these runners home, it'll be a tie game. Currently 4-2.
It will be
Cathedral.
a tie game. You are correct. I was thinking about the one we have. We're sitting on third right now, keeping it warm.
First pitch to Alex. Way upstairs, throw to second. Is cut off by the shortstop. 2 runners in scoring position now for Carmel. They got something cooking here with 2 outs.
All or nothing.
Right on. The 1-0 to Longstreth. Too high once again for ball 2. You know, you never really want to hope for a walk, but if Longstreth can draw a couple more balls, get on base, you got McDonald coming up, and she is a major impact bat. 2-0 is taken low in the dirt for ball 3.
That is true. Hope McDonald is, you know, sitting pretty with a 528 batting average. You know, she 13 RBIs, yes, albeit she is a senior and so had a longer career, but that is an impressive statistic.
3-0 is in there for strike 1. Full red light guarantee was on there for Longstreth. You are not swinging 3-0 with 2 runners on. The 3-1 swung on and missed, and it'll be a full count now. 2 away.
Ooh, this is scary.
So from 3-0 to 3-2, Fesco trying to dig herself out of that hole.
Full count.
Here's the delivery.
Oh.
Swung on and fouled out of play.
That is for sure a foul. I don't know why you hesitated on that.
Longstreth showing bunt. Pulls it back. Takes ball 4. Bases will be loaded for Hope McDonald.
Oh, Hope McDonald. Here she comes.
And a major ovation now for the first baseman.
But that was smart, Noah. That was smart.
And Coach Tony Matthews wants to have a talk here on the pitcher circle.
I mean, continue talking about just how great Hope McDonald is. She has an OPS of just a little over 1,500, Noah.
That's ridiculous.
That is
unheard of.
Ridiculous. I don't think it's unheard of.
Okay.
But it's pretty astounding, isn't it? I think it's great. But you know, stats are only half of it. You gotta see what happens.
Right.
I'm not a numbers person.
There is no clutch stat. So we'll see what she can do with bases loaded here with 2 out in the bottom of the second.
We're holding our breath.
First pitch. Taken low for ball 1. McDonald, a very patient hitter. Not afraid to take a walk here.
And hey, she walks, we get a point, then we're
We
only
do get a
down
run
by
here.
1.
The 1-0. In the dirt again for ball 2. Excellent stop by the catcher, Wright.
I think the last thing the Greyhounds want right now, strike. We worked so hard to build this, so much luck, not just luck, skill involved on getting these players onto plates, and a strike would just...
What's why you get 3. 2-0 now.
Great joke, Noah.
McDonald takes high for ball 3. And once again, you got to think it's a very hard red light for the left-handed batter.
Here we go. It is tense. Oh, I thought you were talking about outs. That makes
Ball
sense.
4.
Oh my gosh.
McDonald draws a walk. That'll bring home a run. And
Guys.
we have tacked on another here in the bottom of the second.
As you know, when you said you get 3 strikes, I thought you were talking about outs. So I know some people were yelling at the screen. It's like a car wash. Oh, look at the cheerleaders. We don't actually have cheerleaders. There's just a bunch of girls gathered at the gate.
Lily Sullivan steps in, bases loaded. First pitch to her. Taken high for ball 1.
Do I need to mention the fact again that Lily Sullivan is related to Kay Sullivan of Carmel Varsity Baseball?
You can mention it again, why don't you?
I mentioned it again, y'all. I mean, the talent that runs in that family.
The 1-0 is upstairs. 2-0 now to Sullivan.
And you know, when Kay steps on that base, you know something's going to happen. When Lily steps on that base, you know something's going to happen, y'all. It's just ominous, that last name has. I would be scared. I mean, Lily Sullivan,
2-0 swung on.
I was about to say a stat,
Slicing
but
out
she
of
just
play,
did it.
and it
Oh,
is caught. Excellent play by the Cathedral right fielder, Sylvia. I lost view of it. I saw her go down, but she held on to
wasn't
it
even looking
for the
at
third
the
out of the inning.
that must feel so good. She's a sophomore, y'all.
Well, Carmel tacks on 2. They're back in this.
Better than nothing.
Still a 1-run lead for Cathedral.
I would be devastated. But you know what? You can't be devastated. You just got to keep going to the next inning.
Well, she tattooed it.
She tattooed it.
It was slicing.
She tattooed it?
She tattooed it. You know, if you hit the ball hard enough, it'll leave a mark on it.
Oh, that's a great...
And it was just slicing out of play, and an excellent play by Sylvia. Nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do about it. It's how the cookie crumbles. So let's send it off to the screen.
Let's pause for a quick promotional break. You said points.
Point. What is it? Is it hits? Welcome back to the field here at Cherry Tree.
Number 24, Aubrey Wright.
Well, Aubrey Wright will step in now, here in the top of the third. Time is called as the home plate umpire starts walking up the line.
Having a little
Directing to
chit-chat.
the Cathedral bullpen for something.
Well, we're the ones pitching.
Oh, and he is sending him back into the dugout, looks like. Nope.
What?
Peculiar.
Huh. Umpires. We're at their will.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Maybe he saw a ghost.
Well, it's the catcher Wright stepping in. First pitch to her. In there, out of the zone for strike 1. Kleiner wanted it. She held it for a few seconds. Couldn't get the call from our lovely home plate umpire.
I wonder what his name is.
The 1-0 is blooped and handled by Mia Fleming for the first out of the inning.
Mia Fleming. Mia Fleming, sophomore. I know I was hyping up these seniors, but our sophomore lineup is mwah, chef's kiss.
44, Addy.
I think they have a lot of skill. I've said this 5 times. They have a lot of skill. And it's just got to get developed. And you know what? Maybe that's what this season is about. Sure, we aren't winning all of them, but we are getting experience, Noah. And you know, maybe that comes out and we'll kick butt next season.
Well, first pitch to land is taken outside for ball 1. 1 away here in the top of the third. The 1-0. Ground ball straight up the middle, fielded and thrown for the second out of the inning. Another excellent play by Broughton. She is really flashing the leather here at the pitcher circle.
She knows what to do. She is cat-like reflexes. Meow.
Meow.
13, Henry Stump.
It'll be Stump now, the left-handed batter. Trying to get something going for the Irish here with 2 away. First pitch to her is laced up the middle for a base hit.
Oh, we draw. Oh. Pick up the ball.
Will not be a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the third.
That would have been great.
8, Ashley Sylvia.
It'll be Ashley Sylvia stepping in now.
Sylvia, the one who made that. Really good catch. Really good catch.
Very nice.
Oh,
Ground ball up the
back-to-back
middle,
play.
fielded, and tagging the bag
Oh,
is
there we
Esposito. What a play by the shortstop.
So we had a 1-2, little bit of a pause, 3 inning.
Laying out there is Sophie Esposito, making the play and tagging the bag herself.
You know, Esposito, she's coming back full force, y'all, full force. We had a few errors, not actually errors, but questionable plays.
They're playing with the ball out here a little bit. It's
Sure. And there they go, the Irish. Let's see if they can fight for their lead. That was a good one.
one of your best.
No, I've had better.
I have a small flashback for my dad gives me that shoe every year, and I haven't taken it off since. It's a black pearl. I have a matching earrings.
Fesco continues to warm up for her 3rd inning of work.
And I have these. My dad gave me this silver one, and I give me the necklace.
It'll be Kleiner leading off for the Hounds.
Let's see what she can do.
I know.
Kleiner's a freshman. You know, that's a pretty big accomplishment. I would be bragging about it. If I was a freshman and I made varsity softball, I got to play with all these cool people.
Greyhounds, number 2, Jaden Kleiner.
Jaden Fleming. I'm sorry, I said Jaden Fleming. It's Jaden Kleiner. My mistake.
Kleiner steps in here in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to her. In there for strike 1. Pitcher's set, and the 0-1. Too high, and count even at 1 apiece. Kleiner having a good game behind the plate. A couple defensive plays during that whole bases loaded fiasco. The 1-1 to her is taken high for ball 2.
Do you mean their bases loaded fiasco?
Their bases loaded
we also
fiasco.
had a bases loaded. I was going to comment on that.
I'm
now.
referring to their bases loaded fiasco.
Similar. I mean, we had them loaded. They had them loaded. I think we dealt with it better than they did.
2-1 is swung on. Blooper. That'll drop into right field for a base hit.
Nice.
Well, Kleiner with a leadoff single, and the Hounds got a runner on with nobody out.
That will be Kleiner's 13th single of the season.
Very nice.
6, Grayson Erickson.
Grayson Erickson will be the batter.
No, you know, I gotta say it. Grayson is another sophomore.
First pitch to her, showing bunt, fouled straight back off of the catcher Wright, and she's a little hurt, but
Oh, no.
she's all good.
Okay.
Catchers are used to it. Bunt and foul ball went right off her leg, but she's all good.
Are softballs actually soft?
Not at all.
Great, no. It's in the name. Got some wind blowing.
The 0-1 to Erickson.
Oh.
Bunt, another beauty.
Sent him
Throw to
oh.
first. Got her. Runner is moved over to second. One away here in the bottom of the third. Runner in scoring position now for Weir.
She bunted it. She sacrificed it.
It's a team sport.
Team sport. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Left-handed Ella Weir digs in now. Chance to knot this game up again.
Oh, yeah.
First offering to her. Too high for ball one. Fesco set her 1-0 delivery. Swung on and dribbling out of play. What do we know about Ella Weir?
You know, she made that play, and I was sitting here and I was talking about her stats. Only 87 for her batting average. And I'm not kidding you, last inning, as I was in the middle of the center, she
Next
made
pitch is
it.
a chopper to third, throw to first, safe at first, digging it out for the infield single is Weir, and the Hounds got runners on the corners with just one away here for Lucy Broughton.
Like I was saying, I was sitting here talking about her stats. Only 87 for her batting average, and then she hits it. She hits
87 as an 087?
it. 087.
Wow.
She has also played all 12 games, so it's not like this is a one-game type of thing. But no, it seems like she is shaking it up, shaking the stats up.
Well, the pitcher Lucy Broughton steps in now. Chance to give the Hounds a lead.
Ooh.
Pitch gets away, and the runner will advance to second. Two runners in scoring position now for the Hounds.
Third thought about it, didn't take the chance. I think that's for the best.
Not a very deep backstop down there. The 1-0 to Broughton.
Oh,
Squeeze
she
play.
She hits
Throw to home.
Oh!
She is called out.
That's fair.
Unbelievable. I saw she was under it.
You think she was?
I
I'm gonna
believe
go
she
with
was.
you. I think
The suicide squeeze is unsuccessful here. I mean, it worked. It was just wasn't the preferred call. And it looks like head coach Ginger Britton's giving the umpire a little insight.
I mean, we got video on that. That's the great thing about us. We have the power.
Can't change anything, but we know we're right.
We know it in our hearts. That's all that matters.
Well, it stays runners at first and third, but two away now. Mia Fleming waits on deck.
Still chit-chatting. I mean, I would understand that.
I very clearly saw her in there safely.
I don't know if it's our position to critique the umpire's call. I mean, we said that he may have saw a ghost earlier when he went over to the bullpen, but that was a little...
Discussion continues here in the bottom of the third.
And it dissolves.
And I think we got it figured out.
I don't know, did we? You know what?
There is not a fourth run on the board for Carmel, so I would say no, we did not get it figured out. But discussion Nope. Nope.
Sometimes it helps just to talk to a wall.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, of course.
For Carmel, courtesy runner number 3, Catherine Warren.
Catherine Warren.
Warren steps in to run at first.
Another sophomore.
You love your sophomores.
I love my sophomores. I love Catherine Warren. Catherine Warren is running for treasurer.
I didn't vote personally, did you?
Well, see, I'm an ex-senator, so...
Do you have to vote, or are you not allowed to vote?
No, I was not disowned from the student bureaucracy.
Mia Fleming digs in now with 2 away. Still an opportunity for Carmel to knot this thing up again. And
Mia Fleming.
looks like the umpire thought it was a 1-0 count.
Does this
Maybe
usually happen with umpires?
They're a bit touchy, yes. First pitch to Fleming is taken outside.
Well, you know, when it only takes 24 hours to get ordained online, as you were saying earlier, that's his words, not mine.
My words were yes
Yes?
when you asked the question.
Well, you're the expert.
The 1-0 to Fleming. In there for strike 1.
Fleming, let's see here. Like I said, she's a sophomore. Did I say that? Did I mention she's a
You
sophomore?
did mention that, yes.
She is a sophomore. 150 batting average.
The 1-1-2 was a screamer straight back to us.
Screamer.
A screamer.
Screaming Mimi. That's from Joe Dirt.
It's from what?
Joe Dirt.
Oh.
Screaming Mimi.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I had to say that.
Pitcher's count now. The 1-2 to Fleming.
Ooh.
Swung on and dabbled into foul territory.
Anyways, more about Mia Fleming.
I thought you were going to say more about Joe Dirt. That's.
I could talk about Joe Dirt all day long.
Is that a Kentucky thing? Where it's like you kind of.
No, but
Okay.
whenever you see a fireworks stand, you have to say the whole entire monologue. Do y'all got any screaming Mimis?
The 1-2 again to Fleming.
Fleming. Oh,
Well in the dirt,
bounced.
and the runner Warren will just take second on her own.
I mean, it is important to note, Fleming has only played 6 games. Half of our games this season.
Two now to Fleming. At her head for ball 3. Full count.
Full count.
2 on, 2 out. And Carmel again with a chance to tie or take the lead.
You know, I like that we're taking it slow. Our third base person, they've just been keeping it warm. You aren't going to try to make any risky moves when we're in a precarious scoring situation like this.
3-2 is chopped up the middle and caught by the center fielder. That'll end the inning. Hughes makes the play. Lined off the bat.
That's what center fielders are for.
Honestly, she hit it too hard. Right at her.
She did. But you know, you hit it, you run.
Well, that ends the scoring threat for Carmel. 4-3 the score. Irish lead. End of the 3rd inning here on CHTV.
Now we just gotta hold them off. Back on defense. Back on defense. Lucy Bratton pitching. Lucy Bratton batted as well. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can hold them off.
Yeah, Broughton's dealing so far. I mean, 4 runs on the scoreboard is not what you want to see, but she's making the right pitches. I truly just think it's when she's falling behind in the counts, that's when she's giving up runs.
It gets in her head. I get that. I get that.
Will be the leadoff hitter. Hughes coming up to the plate for Cathedral.
And I mean, I think this is actually pretty on track for Braelen. Her ERA is only 6.
ERA of 6.
ERA of 6.
That's
It's
not
actually
preferred.
5.9. Well, yeah.
5.93.
They're doing better.
First pitch to Hughes. Swung on and chopped out of the play.
We're holding them off.
0-1 count now to Hughes. The 1-0 is taken outside. Count evens 1 apiece. Hughes really taking her time to get set, as well as Braelen.
No
Well, the
pitch
1-1,
clock.
that's true. No pitch clock. 1-1 is taken for strike 2. Hughes, being the left-handed leadoff batter she is, really trying to get that slap hit working. As the next pitch is taken, and the count evens 2 apiece again. Deep breaths all around now in the top of the 4th.
That's all you can do. This
The 2-2.
cold, crisp air.
Outside, ball 3. Full count now. Nobody out, nobody on.
Feels like fall. Good apple cider.
Very October feel tonight.
I wish I had my flannel.
3-2. Swung on and glove thrown. Safe at first is Hughes. I don't know about that one either. Sullivan,
I know.
Sullivan laid out for that one.
I want to say I object, but
Yeah.
my opinion doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Thanks.
Yeah, Sullivan went to a knee to make that play, and that's all she could do. She got there as quick as she could,
She's a team player.
let it fly, but it was apparently not in time to get the first out.
And I mean, her field. Oh, no, that's not her.
First pitch to Moore is sliced out into left field for another single. 2 on. Nobody out now for the Irish. Let's see if Braelen can work out of this jam.
3, Nancy Valentine.
And I mean, just staying on the topic of Lily Sullivan. Lily Sullivan has 29 assists when playing on defense. So, team player for sure, like I was saying.
First pitch to Angie Valentine is roped foul.
Valentine, like I said earlier, for those of us who are not here, as a sophomore, has a batting average of 514 as a sophomore. Crazy.
That's why she's in the 3rd spot.
You said that before when
For
I said
about our 3-hole McDonald, not about
Hope
Valentine.
McDonald.
Hope McDonald.
that. Is a senior.
Yes.
Senior night. Senior night. And I bet you money, I actually probably have the statistics to back it up. Hope McDonald does not have 19 RBIs. Give me a second, or I'll get to it.
Well, 0-2 now to Valentine. Here's the delivery. Popped up on the infield. Who wants it? It's Fleming making the play for the first out of the inning.
Look at that. I was correct. Hope McDonald only has 13 RBIs.
25, Sydney Pesco.
Well, she's one of those hitters that once you can get past Valentine, then it starts to cool off a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Not as intense as in your lineup.
we'll see what Fesco can do now with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch to her.
Fesco,
Taken
the
inside
Irish,
for ball 1.
the Irish's freshman pitcher.
Kleiner thought about checking on the runner at second, but elected not to throw it.
Let him cook.
The 1-0. Swung on, bouncing. Esposito, throw to first. Got her for the first
Esposito.
out of the inning. Second out of the inning.
She's sharp now. She is sharp.
She is dialed in.
She is a tack, thumb tack, pin tack, whatever type of tack you want. She is sharp, and you cannot dispute that. She's gotten on her game. I don't know if she figured it out or if the coaches said, girlfriend, what are you doing?
Well, 2 out now. 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch, check swing. Did she go? She did not. Leiter, the Irish first baseman, digs in with the 1-0 count. Next pitch to her. In the dirt for ball 2. Another excellent stop for Kleiner. She's been a brick wall behind home plate tonight.
Yeah. Drayton Kleiner, freshman. She made that great hit.
Both sides of the ball going well for Kleiner tonight. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 now to Leiter.
You know, it's all about having a great team. You got to have a shortstop you can depend on. You got to have a catcher you can depend on. You have to be able to depend on everybody to not just pick up the slack when you aren't able to, but to execute the plays that you set them up for.
Well, the 2-1 is fouled straight back, and Broughton is a strike away from getting out of this jam. Definitely would be a tone setter for the rest of this inning, the rest of the game.
Gridlock.
The 2-2. Outside, full count now. Heart's racing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm getting into
Getting up
it.
there?
I'm getting into it. You know, can only imagine what it feels to feel like being, there's not much of a mound, but.
Full count to Leiter. Low for ball 4.
Bases loaded.
Broughton loads the bases now with 2 away. And it will be Wright, the catcher, coming up to the plate for Cathedral.
Let's talk a little bit about Wright. Wright, I mean, she has a 2,500, not 2,500, that would be 2,000.
That would be
200
250%.
250% batting average. However, she's gotten to 1 hit to first, only 1 for her, but I mean, albeit she's only played 3 games. But 1 RBI. Wright's a sophomore, right? Oh, did you see what I did there?
Right. The 1-0
Oh.
is taken outside. Check throw to third is not in time.
Shook it off.
It's a 1-1 count now. Broughton set her delivery. Swung on and blooping into foul territory, laying out but not being able to make the play is McDonald. And it's a 1-2 count now.
That was close.
To Wright.
I didn't have a good view on that. Was
She
that
was
close?
inches away from making the play.
Oh, that was
Full stretch by McDonald, but just
Scary.
not enough.
It's the wind, Noah. If there wasn't that wind, nice crisp air
The
blowing.
1-2. Strike 3 called. Broughton gets out of it.
I didn't even
The
realize
lead
it. I realized it
stays
was that
at
little.
1. And Carmel will go to the bottom of the 4th. Just down a single run.
Just on a single run. That was good. We're in our rhythm now. We have our stride. We found our step. We're tap dancing.
And I mean, hopefully this is the inning where you really see Broughton start to get her rhythm going, because she's been a little shaky. She's been good, but she's been slightly
hit or
shaky.
miss.
Right. And getting out of a bases loaded jam can really get a pitcher going for the rest of the game.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't. It's not just completely about Lucy Broughton bringing her game. It's about her bringing her game in regards of being able to play off of the Irish's defense. You got to bring that into regard as well.
Yeah, she hit it hard. Yeah, I was watching it down low.
Let's get it started. I have a feeling, Noah. I have a gut feeling. It's deep in my bone.
This is the inning where we break loose.
This is the inning where we break loose. We are a stallion. We're a greyhound. That's what it is. We are a
A
greyhound.
bucking greyhound.
Greyhounds don't buck, they bark. And we're going to start barking. We aren't barking at the wrong tree. This is the right tree. It is the winning tree.
Well, the leadoff hitter, Sophie Esposito, will come to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th.
You know, Noah, before we started this game, you were like, I really want to see Esposito make a great hit. Not just because she's a great player, not just because it's her night.
I want to see an Espo bomb.
Yep. So let's see if she can make it happen. For us. Do this one for us, Jocelyn. That's not her name, is it? Sophia.
Sophie Esposito.
Sophia Esposito. There's not even a Jocelyn on this
First
team.
pitch to her. Showing bunt. Oh my goodness.
She's safe.
I don't know how the umpire could have called that a foul ball.
I'm sorry, it was a foul ball?
That was a called foul ball that was between the lines.
Well, the other umpire said it was safe. So it seems like there's some disagreements. And our coach,
Looks like
Ginger Britton, is not
it
going
looks
to
like
push
she
it.
made contact with the ball while running to first, and so she will be the first out of the inning.
Oh.
Umpire threw his hands up, signaling that it was a foul ball. But it'll be Longstreth now with one away.
I think it's been a long week for this umpire. I mean,
I'm not questioning the call, but the signaling was a little bit confusing to me.
yeah, I was watching the other one. He said he was safe. I was like, at first I didn't think she was safe, but I was just going to go with it.
The one low is taken for strike one. Alex Longstreth digs in with a 1-1 count. Next pitch is
Let's move
high and
past.
inside, bringing the count to 2-1.
Let's Longstreth past that. Weird call.
That was good.
Not weird call, but miscommunication. That was a good one. Let's see what she can bring us as a junior.
2-1 count is fouled straight back.
That's okay.
Count evens at 2.
Just straighten it out. Alex Longstreth.
Well, I think it's not that far. I don't think so either.
Pesco continues to work here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitching just a 4-hitter.
Alex Longstreth has been with us for all 12
Pitch
games.
is swung on and to the first baseman,
Yeah.
bobble, but the play is made
Yep.
for the second out of the inning. Right off a lighter's mitt, but you stuck with it, got the out, and there's 2 away here with nobody on, and McDonald coming up to the plate. This is what you call your impact bat right here. First pitch to Hope McDonald. Taken on the corner for strike one.
I want McDonald to come alive. She has the highest average on this team that we haven't seen from her tonight. We haven't seen it from her.
0-1
Hit the
is
dirt.
ridiculously in the dirt for ball one.
Anyways, we haven't seen that firecracker
We haven't.
average, and I think it's going to come. It's in my bones, Noah. I can feel it.
Infield playing straight up. Decently large hole straight up the middle. The 1-1 is well outside for ball 2.
I mean, heck, Noah, she has 3 home runs just by herself. She does it on her own. She can make it happen on her own. So, Hope, make it happen on your own, babe.
2-1 to McDonald. Swung on in the center field.
Oh!
Play is made by Hughes. That'll end the inning for Carmel. We go to the 5th. Cathedral leads by a run.
All right, so maybe it wasn't in my bones.
I mean, she barreled it up. It was just wrong place.
Wrong place, wrong time. Ooh.
That again. That'll be great. Wow.
Land will lead off for Cathedral as we wait for the Hounds to take the field.
Hounds have taken the field.
They have. And this is really going to be a pivotal inning for Lucy Broughton as she got out of the jam last inning.
Maybe. Knock on wood.
We're going to see if she can continue to keep it going here in the 5th inning.
If this is an interstate, 5 o'clock traffic just cleared up. You're cruising. You're hoping an accident doesn't happen. We are
And
hoping.
especially when you're still down a run. That's the
We're down a
word.
run, and that's the worst. To
You
lose
can-
by 1 run, 1 mistake.
Well, and down 1 right now. You do not want to let them get any insurance this inning.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the job of Lucy Broughton here in the top of the 5th.
For Cathedral. Over the 5th inning. Pitch hitting. Number 14, Lola Scarsy.
Well, pinch hitting
Scarsy hitting from Land.
for Addy Land will be Lola Scarsy.
You want to know something?
I do.
Lola Scarsy has played all 12 games.
Wow.
This is only her 6th plate appearance.
So sort of a designated pinch hitter is Scarsy.
I don't know what you mean by that, Noah. So I'm just gonna let that sit there.
Sounds good.
Wait, did I lie to you?
First pitch to Scarsy. Taken outside for ball 1.
She's never made contact with the ball.
She hasn't?
Nope.
Are you sure?
It is 0 average,
Gotcha.
no runs. She hit it once, but doesn't count.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens.
Well,
She is a freshman, by
That's
the
true.
way.
The 2-0 to Scarsy. Showing bunt, taking outside for ball 3. That is not at all what you want to do. If you got a batter showing bunt, you do not want to give her 3 consecutive balls.
That is true.
3-0. In there for strike 1. You know, I've noticed there's been 5 errors so far committed in this game, but most of them were fairly early on. Defense has really settled in so far.
Yeah, we have.
That's the
settled
3-1.
in.
Bunt is laid down
Oh.
into foul territory.
I don't
And
even
it'll
think
be a
that was
full
a
count now to
full-on
Scarsy.
bunt. That hit the bottom of her bat, and then it just went right into the catcher's hand. Oh, it wasn't even a full-on bunt.
Three-two to Lola Scarsy. Swung on, out of play.
Well, Lola Scarsy, second hit. No, in like her freshman career. I'm stat sheet. It wasn't a hit.
That was a foul ball.
Sorry, I was testing you guys.
Full count again. Slowed her down, pulled a string, and the first out of the inning is recorded.
That was a close one, Lucy Bratton. That was a close one.
Got her all amped up
Emery Stump.
and just slowed her down with the changeup there for the punch out. Stump will step in now. Broughton taking her time. She's ready. First pitch. Bouncing ball. Fleming fields. Throws. Got her at first. Second out of the inning is recorded. Around the horn goes the Hounds.
That
2
was
away
fun.
here in the top of the 5th.
That was fun to say.
8, Ashley Sylvia.
Fleming having a very good game defensively over at second.
Second half of Espinosa's game has been pretty good. Is that what you just said?
I was saying that Fleming's having a very good defensive game.
I know you got that left corner. Danger Central.
Esposito's in the left corner today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Danger
Yeah.
Central. They're doing great.
Ground ball up the middle.
Look at that.
Fielded by Espo.
Danger Central. What was I saying? Just like that, it's done. Danger Central, that left corner. What?
No, we're all good.
It's a left corner, right?
Left corner would be third base.
Well, like that little area.
The left side, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think third base is doing a pretty good job. Who's on third base?
Sullivan.
What do I need to say? Do I say it again?
Hounds
mean-
still down a run
They are down
as we
a
go
run.
to the 5th, but that was a 1-2-3 inning. Have we seen that yet today?
No, we had a little bit of a 1, 2, 3 inning.
Yeah, we had the short pause, but that was our first 3 up, 3 down for
Heck yeah.
Lucy Broughton.
And I'm going to say it again with that danger corner. I mean, besides the one misplay, no, it wasn't even a misplay. It was an awfully close foul ball call in the left outfield.
Yep.
It's been Danger Central out there.
Well, Fesco's ready. Ready.
Oh, Noah.
It's been a long game.
Noah, how old are you?
Take off for the greyhounds, number 23, Lily Sullivan.
Sullivan leads off here in the bottom of the 5th, trying to get something rolling for the Hounds.
We were just talking about Lily Sullivan. She is having herself a great game. It's her senior night.
It is.
Yeah, senior night.
First pitch to her. Popped
Oh.
up on the infield. Who wants it? It'll be the second baseman, Musachek, making the play. That's the first time I've said that name tonight.
Musachek?
Musachek.
We practiced before.
I was looking forward to saying it, but we have not had the chance to.
Jane Kleiner.
Jane Kleiner. Again, another heck of a game. Behind the home plate. At bat.
Great defensive game behind the dish for Kleiner. First pitch to her. Swung on and flied out in the left field. Can of corn.
I know it.
Second out is recorded.
I know that felt good to hit the ball like that. It doesn't feel good when it gets caught.
Sounded good off the bat, but
sounded
it was
good.
just,
It's just.
she just got under it. It was too
slow.
Yep, just got under it. Yep. So it'll be Erickson.
6, Grayson Erickson.
Erickson hoping to get something going here for the
Check it
Hounds in
out.
the bottom of the 6th. Or bottom of the 5th, excuse me.
Bottom of the 5th. And hey, if she doesn't, it's going to be top of the 6th.
That's true. First pitch to her is taken on the inside corner for strike 1.
But, you know, do you really want anything to happen because you put all that effort in and then you're sitting on that base and then there's an out? No, okay, that's a bad question. Yes, of course you
Yeah.
want something to happen. But, like, our chances are small.
Well, two out rallies happen every day, so we'll see.
All right, let's see if it happens today. Can they make it happen?
Counts even 1-1. Erickson getting a sign from her first base coach. Delivery to her. Swung on and handled by the shortstop Moore for the third out.
Quick inning. Was that a quick inning?
It was. Hounds sit down in order in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th. Still a 4-3 game.
Nothing's changed. It's a good and bad thing.
Nothing has changed since the second inning.
The second inning, we have been in a gridlock since the second inning. So, I want to keep the scoring drought since the second, just like this. Let's see if the Lady Hounds can hold them off.
Hounds are dancing to the serene sounds of MJ here in the top of the 6th.
I didn't want to say it. I was boogieing too. I mean, it gets you loose. Let's see what we can do.
5:30 regional at Carmel. Is that assuming that we win second?
And I don't want to jump across sports here, but just for a little bit of an update, it is currently top of the 3rd. Carmel Greyhound varsity baseball team is 0-0 with Lafayette Central Catholic.
Well, it'll be the leadoff hitter, Mary Hughes, coming up to the plate.
Mary
For the Irish.
Hughes was the player of the game in the Irish's last game.
Good for her.
Good for her. Yeah. Mary Hughes is only maybe she's a senior.
First pitch swinging is out of play for strike 1.
Where is the roster?
A little bit of an excuse me swing there for the first pitch.
I don't know what you mean by that, but
I'm just throwing the bat out there.
okay. Mary Hughes is a junior.
Mary Hughes loves to slap the ball. 0-1 to her. Just taking low for a ball. One is outside. Count goes 2-1. The 2-1 from Broughton.
Ooh.
Slapped out of play.
Just the tip of it. Just a little tap.
Very end of the bat, and count goes 2-2. Let's see what Broughton gives her here. Broughton signaling through pitches. She's set. Pitch to her.
Oh.
Bouncing ball. Foul. We'll do it again.
I don't even think she made contact with it. I think it hit the ground and
She-
then went up and tapped her bat. I don't think I'm wrong on that one. I think that's exactly what happened.
All right. I'll believe you. Still a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Ooh.
Chopped out of play. We'll do it once again. This is what Hughes did in her first at-bat of the game to open up the night, was fouled off a whole lot of pitches.
I remember that. That was the one with the outfielder. It was really close. It could have been in play, and we could have scrambled to recover, but
The 2-2. Swinging. Esposito gets it. Throws to first.
Esposito.
Got her for the first out.
Esposito.
Whole infield's looking very sharp.
Heck yeah. We really got on the ball. No pun intended.
5.
3 errors early on, but none since the second inning.
Our defense is covering up for what our offense can't. Just kind of holding it off.
Moore swinging on the first pitch, lines it foul.
Anna Moore is only a sophomore.
You've been saying that a whole lot tonight.
I know, but I have not said it about the Cathedral. The Lady Irish.
The 0-1 to Anna Moore is taken in the dirt for ball one. Nobody on, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Irish trying to extend their lead, get some insurance here in the late innings. The 1-1 is not there for a 2-1 count. Well outside and in the dirt for 3-1.
The Irish haven't been able to get someone on base for a while, have they? It's been a hot second. They've been in a little bit of a drought.
Well, they had the 1-2-3 inning last inning, but as 3-1 is in there on the corner for a strike, count runs full with 1 away and nobody on. Broughton set. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on up the middle,
no.
past the diving Esposito,
Esposito, we were hyping you up.
and Moore gets on here with 1 out.
You know what? We're all human.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. She's just snuck under her mitt.
I get that. But at least the runner didn't get greedy and try to get to second.
I mean, I don't know what they should do better, but
1 on, 1 out. First pitch, bouncing ball. Esposito gets it, throws to
Oh.
first. McDonald cannot pick it.
I don't even. No. I don't think she cannot pick it. She didn't even try. She just let it roll.
It,
It was just rolling.
she tried
though.
to pick it. It bounced
No,
off
no,
her
no.
glove.
Yeah, it did.
It'll be
and then she
runners
just
on
kinda
first and
chased after
third
it.
with 1 out.
yeah, I'm sure Cathedral are here waiting for another RBI. For
Well, Moore on third. Valentine on first, and Fezco coming up to the plate.
I mean, and just like that, Noah, we had someone go from first, second, third. It was just the last bat before that it was.
Timeout is called. This coach wants to talk it over with Fezco.
This is a game pivoting moment. I mean, you were talking about how they want to get that insurance. This is, and I mean,
Carmel's only down by 1, so I think they can make the comeback here.
Fezco, I mean, the freshman, she's been pretty hit or miss. You know, I feel like, you know, freshmen.
For sure.
I don't want to say they're wild, but they're unpredictable. You never know what you're going to get.
They're unmolded.
They are unmolded.
First pitch to Fezco's in the dirt as as Valentine takes second base. Well, that eliminates the double play possibility. 1-0 count. Showing bunt, it goes foul. The count evens at 1 apiece. Broughton wiping off her pitcher circle. She's set. The 1-1 to Fezco. Swung on and out of play. Count runs 1-2. Pitcher's count now.
No scores in the last couple innings.
The 1-2. Swung on into right
That
field.
sounded good.
Play is made. Runner tags up. There will be no throw. And Cathedral tags on. One more insurance run. The score is 5-3 Irish.
Oh.
Absolutely nothing you could do if you're Weir out there.
It went that far out?
It was just too deep to throw home.
Yeah. That would have taken a engine of an arm to get over there.
Well, it's Maddie Leiter now with runner on third and 2 out. First pitch to her. Swung on and grounded foul. The 0-1 to Leiter. In the dirt, ball 1.
I don't want to correct you again, but I don't think that was just straight up in the dirt. That hit off Jaden Kleiner.
It hit the dirt and Kleiner blocked it, as catchers do.
Thank you, Noah.
The 1-1. Did she go? Yes, she did. Strike 2 now to Leiter. Tried to check her swing, could not. Might have been in the zone anyway. And a 1-2 count now. The 1-2, swung on, deep to right field. There it goes, off the light. My goodness, that ball is gone, and Cathedral is starting to open this one up. 2 more runs come in. 7-3 becomes the Irish lead. My goodness.
My goodness.
On a 1-2 count, too. I mean, that ball got out of there fast.
And it would have been gone, not for the light post.
That was gone.
Well, like it would have
gone.
actually gone. Yes, it was gone.
Well, we talked about how most of the scoring came early and it really just fizzled down, but Cathedral's really starting to get the bats cooking now.
3 runs. I mean,
3 runs here in the top of the 6th.
7-3, which, you know, the 4-3, that wasn't that bad. I mean, we were holding our own, but 7-3, that's more of a deep.
Right.
Deep.
Well, the first pitch to Wright is fouled out of play for strike 1.
I mean, the thing is, they're not even done. Heck, number 24, A. Wright, who has a batting average of 303, could just pull it out.
Next one, too, is on the corner for strike 2.
Make us hurt even more.
Aubrey Wright in an 0-2 hole now. I mean, 7-3 is still manageable. I mean, you still got 6 more outs to give as the 0-2 is grounded out of play.
No, but we would only have, no, wait, you're correct. Yes, no, wait, you are correct.
Count stays 0-2. The delivery from Broughton. Grounded out of play once again.
We're really going to have to pull out all of the stops, everything in our back pocket. We have to put all of the energy towards just making it across those lines, making it on those bases.
Get him on, get him over, get him in.
Yeah.
The 0-2.
Oh.
Check swing out of play.
So far, Noah, what do you think the Hounds should have done different? Do you think they've done all they can, or?
No, I mean, it's how the game goes sometimes. You had some runs early, really settled in, but this has been
Gridlock.
As that ball's popped up into foul territory, Fleming tries to get it, cannot make the play, and count stays 1-2. 0-2.
0-2.
Especially against this tough Cathedral lineup.
Yeah.
4 runs was almost something to brag about, but at this point, you're really just hoping to get back in that dugout and get something rolling.
Yeah.
The 0-2.
Don't get greedy.
Ball is too high. They're going to review to first, and she did. One of the slowest umpire reviews I've seen, but that'll be the 3rd out.
You gotta take your time, make these decisions.
Well, the catcher Kleiner really thought that was strike 3 and didn't get the reaction she wanted out of the home plate umpire. Well, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Carmel down 4. You know, Caroline, I got to say, this game is BANANAS.
It's the wrong song, Noah. That's the wrong Britney Spears early 2000s song.
Yeah, I know.
BANANAS.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know.
That's all right.
Now here's the thing. The Irish cannot go into this inning thinking they have it all. They have it in the bag.
Right.
Because it's going to sneak up and bite you in the butt.
You do not want to get too comfy here if you're the Irish.
You can't go out there and braid some flower crowns.
You cannot be picking dandelions in the outfield right now.
That's what I played. That's what I did when I played soccer. Our team was really good, and I played defense.
Yeah.
And so I just got to sit there.
Nice.
And then I didn't play soccer next year.
Just the 1 year?
Just the 1 year. Well, we realized it was like a competitive league, and just too much.
For the greyhounds, number 4, Ella Weir.
Ella Weir,
Ella Weir steps in.
she's led off a lot of our innings, hasn't she?
Let's see what she can do here with nobody on, nobody out in the bottom of the 6th.
Completely yours in the mold.
First pitch to her is too high. Another left-handed batter. The 1-0. Weir swings and chops it out of play. Fesco set. Her 1-1 delivery. Taken low for ball 2. Hounds down a grand slam here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-1 to Weir. Showing bunt, or showing slap rather.
How do you think the Hounds should play this game? Do you think they should try to get their bases loaded, or do you think they should just try to get at least one run?
I think they should just try to hit the ball and get runners in. It's hard to get a strategy when you're down by 4?
I mean, you said we're one.
My point with the Grand Slam is that we're still one swing away from tying this ball game.
That's what I was saying. The question. Look at us on the same page.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Weir continues to fight off. It's a 2-2 count.
Boom, boom, boom. You're forgiven.
Low and outside, count runs full. Full count to Weir. Fesco set, her delivery, swung on, bouncing ball, foul.
I think it was a foul.
Rolled just foul last second.
It was, I don't even think when it hit it was a foul. I think it hit on the line, went out, it was a foul.
It was rolling up the line in fair territory, and just before the third baseman could touch it, it rolled into foul ground.
I mean, she probably just blowed on it. It was that close.
Valentine playing very in. 3-2 pitch is taken low, and the Hounds got a runner on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th.
I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to throw those tight balls.
Take any advantage you can get here.
Right on the line, yeah.
Yep.
Send them for a loop.
Well,
Just like I said, it's the 6th inning. The Cathedral's put on a heck of a fight. They're tired. You know they are. So maybe their skills aren't going to be as sharp as they probably need to be for a...
one on the Broughton. She bunts, pops it straight up, and the play is made by the first baseman, Leiter. Leiter had that monstrous home run earlier, if you recall. It'll be Mia Fleming, as time is called by the Cathedral catcher.
You gotta be careful.
Aubrey Wright discusses it with her pitcher.
They're not listening. I didn't pull classes. I'll tell you. I pulled it up on Canvas, showed them where the announcement was.
And we're all squared away. Mia Fleming will step in now. 1 on, 1 out. Hounds still down 4. First pitch to her. In there for strike 1. The 0-1 to Fleming. Swung on and grounded. There's the flip. Throw to first is not in time. Cathedral gets 1 out of it.
We're holding on by a thread.
1 on, 2 out now as the lineup card flips to Sophie Esposito. Ball was just kind of tapped over to the third baseman, Valentine.
I heard it. That was like the bat sounded hollow. I mean, bats are hollow, but.
Esposito having a pretty good season, senior season.
First pitch to Espo.
1.370.
Oh, I like
In
that.
the dirt for ball 1.
Espo.
I hit right here. Maybe try and move that first base, maybe a couple more bases.
1-0 count to Esposito. Swung on, hooking into foul territory, and it'll drop for a foul ball. Counts even at 1 apiece. With 1 on, 2 out here.
And you know, I think you said it earlier. It's not the Hounds didn't come to play this game. It just didn't go their way. And there's games like that. I mean, I'm talking like the game's over and I shouldn't be. But it just didn't go their way. And you know, you can't, it's the worst type of loss. Where it's like you did everything you could, just didn't go their way.
Well, a 3-1 hitters count now to Sophie Esposito. Hoping to keep it going here for the Hounds. Delivery is low and inside for ball for a strike. And the count runs full. Runner will be off with this pitch. The payoff pitch. Way too high. It'll be runners on first and second here with 2 away. And Longstreth coming up to the plate.
Do I need to make my Longstreth joke again? We've gone a Longstreth without the score.
That was good. Meeting on the mound now for Cathedral. Discussing how to pitch the Carmel left fielder, Alex Longstreth.
Just really needs to be clutch right here. Get onto base and have both the shot onto the bat. He has very good 19 hits on this season.
And we're all set now. Longstreth will come up to the plate. 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Cathedral still leads by 4. First pitch to Longstreth. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0. In there for strike 1. Well, joining us here late in this game is WHJE superstar Casey.
How's it going? You know what, Noah? This is going to be an amazing game. It's turned out to be a little bit of a stellar one, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
You know, started off kind of exploding off from both places, offense and a little bit of defense. We saw Sophia Esposito kind of fumble a few balls that were hit right to her early, and then Cathedral's kind of popped off.
Well, the 2-1 is swung on, blooping into left field. That'll get down. Runners will hold. Bases loaded now, 2 away. And McDonald's coming up to the plate.
Now this is where Carmel needs to find their groove. 7-3, your best hitter's up here now to bat. You have only 4 hits in this entire game. Include that one, that would be 5 hits now. And this is where you need your best player to perform as your best player.
I've been saying it all game. This is your impact bat. The best games that you have are when this player shows up. First pitch to McDonald. Swung on straight back for strike 1.
I would say that McDonald's kind of like that X factor. You see that throughout any sport. The X factor player needs to step up, and she hasn't really done that throughout most of this game. But this is her chance. The bottom of the 6th, only one more chance for them to go up at bat, and this is what she needs to do now.
0-1 to McDonald. Bouncing ball handled at third by Valentine, and that'll retire the Hounds.
You know what? That may have not been the best pitch for her to swing at. She could have let that one gone. The count wasn't in her favor, but she had 1 strike on her side. And if she was able to let that one go, possibly be called a ball, we've seen kind of the umpire sway towards more balls than strike. That's the thing with umpires. The strike zone is very different for everyone. It's where they kind of adjust because it's from the knees to kind of where the armpits is for anyone out there.
Letters.
So if that's where it is, then the umpire could have possibly called that one a ball.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, that's where Carmel's been getting their hits tonight, is a few slow rollers past infielders, just trying to put the bat on the ball and hope that good things happen. So, I mean, you can't always expect McDonald to go big fly every time, but that was not the outcome that we hoped for as we head to the top of the 7th.
And just to highlight, I would say probably my entire favorite play of this game was the great diving catch.
Definitely.
Like, I was talking...
Are you saying the
diving catch out of the foul zone?
Out in left field? See, I was going to say the ground ball up the middle where Esposito laid out for it and then reached and tagged the back herself.
You know, back on WHJE 91.3 where I was commentating, I was kind of saying both of those plays could be on, ESPN Top 10. Like 100%.
Full stretch.
Full stretch. It was like a
They're athletes, Casey.
These girls are better athletes than I am. Yeah,
I can't do that.
I definitely can't either, you know? Oh, man. But here's a chance for Cathedral to kind of expand the lead that they've started. 7 runs, as the last time they were up, 3 runs added to a total of 4.
You can never have too much insurance, especially when you're up by 4.
No, here's the thing. Did you know that Cathedral averages 7 runs per game?
I did know that.
So this is a chance for them to really go above that, as only having 114 runs on the season, allowing 125. So if they're able to expand on that and really lower the amount that they are allowing, a chance for them to kind of stay above that 500 mark where they are 8-8 right now.
For sure. It'll be Lola Scarcy leading off here in the top of the 7th. Lucy Broughton will continue to deal in the pitcher circle. First pitch to her. Swinging, strike 1.
Now, we haven't really seen Broughton get a lot of swinging strikes or strikes in general. A lot of contact almost on every time she throws the ball down the middle or anywhere in the strike zone. So she's able to kind of maneuver the ball anywhere and get it into the strike zone. A lot more strikes will be going her way.
The 0-1 pitch is on the inside corner for an 0-2 count. This is actually pinch hitter Ella Musachuk in an 0-2 hole now. Pitch to her, fouled straight back, and we'll do it again.
Now, here's the thing about softball pitching. Now, Carmel really relies more on Broughton to start the game. Early in the season, it was Grayson Erickson.
Right.
And we've seen that kind of switch on and off. But since it's senior night, I feel like they're really putting the game in the hands of Broughton, their senior, and really possibly relying on...
As the 0-2 is lined out into right field for a leadoff single, and Cathedral is not
game in the
putting the
hands
brakes
of
on
Broughton,
quite
their
yet.
senior, and really possibly relying on your foot's always on the gas.
As the 0-2
here
is
at
lined out
Cherry
into right
Tree
field for a leadoff
a chance
single.
for Cathedral to
Cathedral is
expand their
not-
lead, as they are not going away. We saw even in, I want to say it was basketball this season, as it's a completely different sport. Cathedral and Carmel, I would say, is kind of building that rivalry
For
between
sure.
each other.
This has been a very more recent rivalry here in the IHSAA.
Sports complex, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, the first pitch to Stump is fouled straight back for strike 1. This is really where Carmel has strived tonight, where Cathedral can get runners on early, but they've been able to work out of jams, get outs, and get back to the dugout, because Cathedral's been hitting all night. They have 9 hits. As the next pitch to Stump is well outside for a 1-1 count.
And 9 hits, something that's a massive number if you think about it.
Right.
If you're able to have batters up there to get as many hits as possible, and possibly 9 different batters to get hits, that's almost your entire batting order.
Next pitch is lined up the middle, past the diving center fielder, but the runners will not advance. Runners on first and second, nobody away, as Cathedral just keeps hitting.
And Alex Longstreth, the center field for Carmel, kind of laid down and kind of was able to dive out there, but the ball just couldn't stay in her glove. But a great throw from how far it was, all the way over to third base. We saw her zip that one in and held all the runners at their respective bases now.
7 runs tonight for Cathedral, but 6 of those are unearned.
So
As
a lot of
First
mistakes,
pitch,
too.
grounded to third base. Sullivan makes the play for the first out of the inning. Runners are moved over to second and third. 2 runners in scoring position now, with just 1 away for the Irish.
No chance for Carmel to possibly get out of this inning. We saw them a few innings ago really hold down with high IQ moments out there where they threw it to home plate and not allowing anyone to really score in there. I believe it may have been in the third and the fourth inning where they did that.
For sure.
Really good catch by Sylvia earlier in the game. Just
Well, it's the leadoff hitter Hughes stepping up to the plate now.
really good catch.
Chance to expand this lead for Cathedral. First pitch is outside for ball 1.
A little bit of a high pitch over to no man's land, in my opinion. That one, you had to reach out if you were the catcher for Carmel, try and protect the back end. If that ball went past you, that was possibly another given up a run.
The 1-0. Bunted into foul territory. Count evens 1 apiece. Well, if you're pitching to a left-handed batter like Hughes, you do not want to give her that inside pitch. She loves to slap the ball, and especially with a runner on third, that's going to open the door wide open for another run to score. So they're definitely pitching her outside, trying to make her hit it where it is.
If she's able to possibly send it into the gap between the left field and center fielder, Ella Weir and Alex Longstreth, that gap is massive. And Ella Weir, while she is fast, I don't think she has the arm length to really reach out for any balls. And if she's able to place that in there, there's another chance for Cathedral to expand on their 7-3 lead.
Pinch runner comes in for Stump.
Number 6, Nia Johnson.
Yeah,
Pinch
I
runner.
that's about
And second,
Not
for
worried
Stump.
about the normal Irish.
But yeah, you're right. The left fielder is playing very close to the line. As we got a 1-1 count now to Hughes. Delivery. Bunted straight back again. And a 1-2 pitcher's count now.
Cathedral really just trying to get the sacrifice bunt, put the ball into play and get your runners to advance to home, or at least try and find a way to mess up the momentum that Carmel's trying to regain here. As Carmel, after this top inning of the 7th, they have their last chance to really try and flip the script here and score 4 or more runs.
Carmel tried to squeeze play earlier. It was unsuccessful, so I think Cathedral's trying to see if they can get it done themselves. This is 1-2 now to Hughes. Outside for ball 2.
2-2 count now with 1 out. Scores 7-3 here at the home stadium of the Carmel Greyhounds, going up against the Fighting Irish of Cathedral. One team standing at 2-10, which is the kind of underlacking Carmel Greyhounds, while the Cathedral team is standing at 500 with 8-8.
2-2 pitch is straight up the middle. There will be no throw. Runners on second and third stay put. Bases loaded now, 1 away, and more is coming up here for the Irish.
Now here's a big hitter and more. A chance for her, the shortstop for this Cathedral team, send everyone home. She had a chance earlier in the 3rd inning to try and let everyone in, where that was where Carmel was able to kind of just let the ball get into the infield and throw it to home and stop anyone from advancing. If that's the same thing that Carmel's failing to do, that's what they need to do. If Moore's able to finally put one into play, as you can see the shifting from infield and outfield, everyone's moving out, and Broughton's just waiting for the right call from her catcher.
Well, Moore just hoping to break this thing wide open, but if you're Carmel, you really got to hope for a double play of some sort, whether it's bouncing or in the air. That's what's going to get you out of this, because they've been working out of jams all night. That's been kind of their bread and butter, is the defense working with runners on base. As first pitch to Moore is outside for ball 1.
And we really don't see any double plays here in the high school level of softball. You don't see that in baseball either, and it's very rare. But surprisingly, if you look at the national average, there's more triple plays happening throughout the schools, the entire nation, than double plays.
The 1-0 count is too low for ball 2.
Now here's the thing. Do you think if Broughton allows this, is she out for the rest of the game and they're putting in Erickson, or is she going to stay through for the rest of the game?
I think that if this game gets cracked wide open, as Hughes is capable of doing right now, I figure you leave her in there, you let her try to work out of it, and maybe hope the offense can get something cooking in the bottom of the inning. If this was maybe a 1-run, 2-run, and expanded to 3-run, 4-run, that's when you can change the pitcher, just try to keep it close. But at this point, you just got to let her work, see what she can do. As the 3-0 pitch is outside for ball 4, that'll bring home a run. That is just about the last thing you wanted to see there.
You know, now an 8-3 lead for the Fighting Irish, really living up to their name, fighting in this game since the beginning. 2 runs early, 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, and then a little bit of a scoring drought for both teams, and then 3 in the 6th, and finally their first run here in the top of the 7th to take an 8-3 lead with 9 hits.
Well, I mean, that was a walk for an RBI, but the rest of these runners have really been working to get on base. There's not a whole lot that you can do to blame Broughton, but that's almost inexcusable.
And I would really say it's been the fielding. It's not the best fielding that Carmel has had throughout this entire game, as that's going to be called strike there. So it's kind of hard to really rely on a pitcher. And that's the thing. I feel like you see it in other sports too, like in football, interceptions where the ball might be tipped into the air and it's called an interception on the quarterback instead of possibly the wide receiver.
Right.
And that's kind of the issue here too with softball, where if it's an error, if you allow a run and it goes on the pitcher's like basically stat sheet instead of someone else, that may be a new thing that they might implement later on. But that's my kind of hot take on that.
Carmel does have 4 errors recorded in this game, so that is measurable. As the 0-2 pitch is fouled off the batter, and we'll do it again.
And 3 of those errors actually off of their shortstop, Sophia Esposito, as she had 3 early in the second
She had a
inning.
shaky first couple innings.
She did, and she's finally gotten back into the groove of it. We've seen her actually get her mitt on the ground and get the ball scooped up.
The 1-2 is past the diving third baseman. 1 run is in. Here comes another, and Cathedral's cracking this one wide open. Sullivan could not get under the ball there, and Cathedral expands the lead to 10-3.
Now here's the thing. There was a game where Carmel played Noblesville where they got 8 runs in the 4th inning. It felt like the game went on for eternity. They still lost the game. So if Broughton's able to get out of this inning with 1 out, score of 10-3, Carmel has a chance to come up. And if they're able to find that extra motor that they've been hiding possibly throughout this entire game, they have a chance to walk out of here with a win.
For sure, still 1 away, however. And Broughton's still going to have to keep working. It's not one of those situations where you're just 1 pitch away from getting out of it. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep working. And I can guarantee you she's not having a good time out there.
Absolutely. If I was out there, I would really just kind of be kicking myself here. It's not all on you, too. It's a team sport here. So it really comes down to where did our team make all the miscues or misreads, miscommunication? Because I feel like that's what the Carmel team has lost since their 2011 state championship.
For sure. We got a 1-1 count now to Fesco. She's got 2 runners on and only 1 away. Pitch to her. Swung on. Foul just past the chalk.
Now, there's been some questionable calls here. We saw a very questionable run that could have made the game like 10-4 here. It was called out on the Carmel, going for basically the Irish, giving them an out to really end that inning. And then another questionable call there. I felt like the ball went past the third base, but apparently it did not.
I agree. 1-2 is popped straight up. Play is made by Sullivan, and 2 away here in the top of the 7th.
Lily Sullivan kind of turning on the Jets there, tracking that one down with the sun right in her eyes. As it looks like there's a shadow on her, you can still see the sun is shining right in her eyes. A lot of players kind of wear a visor out there, or even some sunglasses too, to kind of hide the sun and really track the ball much easier.
That's one of the hardest things to do in baseball or softball is seeing the ball into the sun and then coming into the shadows. Leiter now with 2 out. Leiter with a monstrous dinger earlier in this game.
You know, that great hit, hitting off the lamp post over in the right field.
Going oppo too.
Yeah, and it was great to see that. Like, home runs are something that are, in my opinion, happen so much more often in softball than baseball, and I feel like that's what makes it more exciting to watch.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Count evens, 1 apiece.
So a 10-3 lead here for the Fighting Irish, past their threshold of 7 runs that they earn every single game, and continuing to build a resume as kind of an even team here in the state of Indiana.
1-1 from Broughton is roped foul out of play. Count runs 1-2.
Now a 1-2 count here. It's kind of hard to really. You're kind of in the hole basically.
Oh, it is 100% a pitcher's count. You got to protect here, but it was a 1-2 count last time when she hit a ball 40 feet over the fence. So, or would have gone 40 feet if it wasn't for the light.
If the light, that darn light there.
1-2. Blooper out into right field, past the diving fielder. That'll plate 1. Here comes another. Leiter into second. Excellent effort by Weir, but she just could not come up with it. 12-3 becomes the lead.
12-3 lead. The game might be out of reach now for the Carmel Greyhounds. So like a 10-3 lead, game is still reachable, in my opinion, because you have that last inning, and that's the beauty of softball and baseball. You don't know what's going to happen.
There is no clock in this game.
There's no clock in this game, and you don't know like what pitchers are going to be there or how tired is the other pitcher. And that's the thing. I think Brian might be getting pulled as Ginger Britton, the head coach now for the Carmel Greyhounds team, is coming out there trying to calm down her pitcher, or possibly putting in the relief pitcher here in Grayson Erickson.
Yeah, Broughton had honestly a great game for the most part. 4 runs early on to a powerful Cathedral lineup is excusable, and then she just kind of wore down. And that fatigue will settle in when you're a pitcher, especially when you're a softball pitcher and you're going long innings if you're a softball pitcher. And I think that's just what her issue was. She ran out of gas.
And that's the main issue, because I feel like if you're able to pitch, if you look at the scoreboard, it's 2 given up in the first, 2 given up in the fourth, a shutout, shutout, shutout. And if that was just all she pitched, that's, in my opinion, an amazing game.
Right, especially against a great Cathedral team.
And the game was so close up until the 5th inning, and it felt like a little bit of a David and Goliath matchup here. You're having an underdog, a 2-10 Carmel team going up against a team that's 8-8. So a 6-game difference in between those two teams, and a chance for this Greyhound team to really take down a strong team. But Cathedral finding that extra motor in the 6th, getting 3, and then in the 7th, getting 5 already.
Pinch hitter now for Cathedral. But like we were saying, I mean, 12 runs is a lot, but you can't put the entire blame on the pitching and on the defense when Carmel's only scored 1 run in the first, 2 runs in the second, and that was it. They flattened out after the 2nd inning. So, I mean, obviously, unless the bats come alive again for a last hurrah in the 7th, this offense has also been quite disappointing. It's
been a little lackluster. We haven't seen the best performance out of every single player that we've hoped for. Hope McDonald hasn't really stepped up to the hype that she's known for. And throughout this entire game, it's been really relying on her and some of the other players. We saw Jaden Kleiner for Carmel really get on base a lot this game. And we've also seen some of, not the bigger name players for this Carmel team, make a little bit of an impact and kind of get more respect out of their teammates, knowing that, hey, I can hit the ball here, I can get on base, but I need you guys to do the same thing.
1-2 count to Mari Amati is strike 3. And Brunt finally gets out of it.
Finally gets out of it.
You don't want to say crisis averted, because that
you really don't.
But that was
I would say it's a tough game for the Greyhounds.
Not a fun watch.
Not a fun watch, but here's the thing. Last chance. If you are able to at least get 1 run up in this inning,
right,
I would say that's a win. Because think about it. If you come out with 0, you're kind of holding your head down low.
You don't want to lay down and die here.
Yeah. You really want to try and gain some momentum going into your next game, because it feels like this game's out of reach already. Giving up 12 runs, 13 hits, that's a big gap there compared to 3 runs and 5 hits. And it's really, how is this Cathedral team going to close out this game, though? Are they going to go 1-2-3, which is what, I mean, you always want to do, but is there a chance for Carmel to find an extra motor and really go on the accelerator and just kind of floor it for the rest of the game and find a way to come back and get 9 runs?
I mean, this Carmel lineup is not weak at all.
Oh, not at all.
There are big bats on this lineup, and there's more than enough potential to start a comeback at least. But it's just been a matter of getting the bats going tonight.
And that's been an issue. We saw it wasn't much of an issue in the first 2 innings. And then something kind of was just lost throughout everyone who came up to bat for the Greyhounds. No one was able to really make any contact. We saw some foul tips, and that was about it. But no one has been able to really get the ball into play, and that might just be because of the pitching that we've seen out of Fesco.
Well, Lily Sullivan will lead off here in the bottom of the 7th, trying to get something going here in the last hope for the Greyhounds. First pitch is swung on and foul. Pulled down the third base line.
Now that's a great way, in my opinion, to start your at-bat.
First pitch swinging.
First pitch swing, you make contact too. So you're already in the pitcher's head. So the pitcher has to adjust, knowing, all right, Lily Sullivan's up to bat. I need to adjust my pitches. She's already making contact on my first pitch. What can I do different now?
The 0-1 to Sullivan. Another foul ball straight back. She is on it. She's seeing it. Hopefully good things to come. 0-2 count now, Sullivan.
Oh, here's the thing. You can't, I mean, you can go down swing 100%, but you want to make contact too.
Right.
If you're able to at least put the ball into play where they have to move around, the Irish have to move around to try and find it and look up in the sun and try and track it. That's what you want to do. But if you're able to kind of possibly put one in the grounder, get it into the gap between the third and second baseman, or even a wide open gap between the shortstop and the second baseman, that's kind of where you're looking at.
Well, 2 strikes now, trying to maybe shorten up, just get on base here, as she does just that and starts sitting here with a leadoff single.
And finds a small gap, not really looking for a perfect time release on that bat swing, but she was able to get a little bit of a late release, an early release, and send that more to the left side. And that's a great way to start the bottom of the 7th. Find your rhythm early. You're down 9 runs, but you were able to at least get someone on base.
She did exactly what she could have done with that pitch right there. That was a very professional at bat. And now it'll be Kleiner here with one on, nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch is nowhere close. Advancing to second is Sullivan.
It looks like someone may have been a little lost there, trying to bowl instead of actually pitching there. The ball just released a little late, and it was kind of hard for her to find anything.
Well, 1-0 count to Kleiner. Next pitch to her is way too high for 2 balls, no strikes, and still nobody out.
And like we said about the sluggish pitching, if you're out of gas, basically, we've seen you give up a hit here for, Fesco, and then you're throwing 2 balls. Do you think Carmel knows that they're in the head of Cathedral now?
Oh, 2-0 is far and away a hitter's count. You're gonna see a green light if you're a batter there, as Kleiner looks at strike 1. But, I mean, 2-1 still remains a hitter's count. You're swinging away. You're looking for a pitch to hit. You're looking red right here.
And I felt like that pitch was right down the middle. She just kind of, tensed up a little bit as she sensed that.
As a 2-1 is straight up the middle. Holding the runner at third is our third base coach. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. And it's Erickson coming up to the plate.
No, Erickson early in the season actually performed probably way above the ceiling that was set for her. She performed astronomically, basically, getting home run after home run and was able to kind of round the bases. But since then, she's kind of hit a hitting slump a little bit. But this is a chance. She just saw 2 of her girls come up and get 1 on third and 1 on second, 1 on first. So a chance for someone in scoring position now to try and cut the lead down from 12-3 to possibly 12-4.
First pitch way inside for ball 1. Well, it looks like there is some fight in this Carmel team. I mean, back-to-back hits, still no runs the inning to show for it, but they're producing. They're not laying on their back and dying.
Like you said, not laying on their back and dying. This is where Carmel needs to pick up. 12-3, you have 2 runners on bases and a chance to finally put this
Erickson,
away.
ground ball to third. She is safe at home. Throw to third, pulls her off the bag. Runners at first and third now, still nobody out. A run scores. And the score is 12-4.
Now, that is exciting. We just heard all the Carmel fans that are here cheering for everyone who just made an amazing play. It was really just some bad point, step, and throw. The basics.
The throw beat her by a mile. It was just off target. Catcher couldn't hold on to it. And the run scores. I mean, almost a little bit of a chaos ball. Just not quite.
Yeah, but Carmel's finally stringing some hits here. They're finding
this is what we've been waiting for. This is the second inning.
Since the second inning, when it was a 4-3 lead by Cathedral. Now it's a 12-4. But Carmel finally getting their first run on the board since the second inning.
First pitch to Weir is outside for ball 1.
And Ella Weir kind of runs with the bat towards the ball. You really don't see that.
If you're a left-handed batter, you call that a slap. You see it often in softball. The 1-0 to her is fouled out of play. Count evens at 1 apiece. You'll see the Cathedral leadoff hitter Hughes do that consistently.
Okay. That's good to know. That is good to know. Now, here's the thing. So we saw them only have 3 hits.
Right.
Carmel, they're already up to 7.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're just stringing them together.
They're stringing them together. So it's kind of like sewing. Mm-hmm. If you think about it, you got to sew all the knots together and try and make your masterpiece.
Making a winning sweater here tonight.
A winning sweater tonight, and that's what Carmel's trying to do.
A 1-2 count now to Weir. Runners on the corner and nobody out. The delivery. Swung on. Ground ball, third base side. Play is made. Runner moves over to second base. 2 in scoring position now with 1 away. And Broughton coming up to the plate.
Now here's the thing. Lucy Broughton, she closed out her last inning pitching, allowing 5 runs. Mm-hmm. And that's not all on her. It's a team sport here, so you can't blame everything on the pitcher. But that's really what it comes down to. It's more of, did everyone out on the field make the right plays? So Brian up here, probably a little angry about how the game has gone on senior night. A chance for her to really string something together here.
First pitch to her, way ahead of it for strike 1, which that's what she was doing in her earlier at bats. I don't know if you recall, way ahead of every pitch she saw.
Oh yeah, when we were watching it just a little moments ago, in the past innings, she really swings a little early.
Oh, 1-2. It's another swinging strike. Quickly an 0-2 hole for Broughton.
And we don't want the bats to stop being alive here.
No.
And for any Carmel fans, for the Fighting Irish, you're trying to come out of here with your heads held high, knowing that you just kind of walked in on the home turf.
0-2 is on the ground. The third base throw is in time. Valentine gets the second out as another run comes in for Carmel. Score is 12-5.
12-5 is better than 12-3.
It's not over.
It is not over.
It is not over.
You are almost halfway there to catching them. 7 runs left, a chance for you to really get that 2-out rally starting now. And this is the chance for, 1 out. I believe it's 2 outs. I believe it's 2 outs, yeah.
Well, Mia Fleming will step in now as the last hope for the Greyhounds. Runner on third. First pitch to Fleming is ripped foul towards us.
If I brought my glove, I really wish I could get out there, try and catch a few of these balls. But, back in my day, we couldn't really get those. I don't got the arm anymore, I will say that.
Well, 0-1 to Fleming. Next delivery to her. Way inside for ball 1.
So a 1-1 count now. 2 outs. A chance for Carmel to continue. Probably the momentum is shifting now to their side, 100%. You really got a lot of people on base. You've given up 2 ground outs here, but a chance now to kind of walk out if you're knowing that you at least put up a fight.
1-1 is way upstairs for ball 2.
So, like we've said, the control is not there.
Not at all.
Later in the game. We saw Broughton kind of lose it, and now we're seeing it right now from Vesco. She's losing it, but she's also been able to put it in the right place. It's really just about the release and where the ball rolls off.
2-1 is swung on up the middle. Play is made by a sliding center fielder, and that'll do it. Carmel puts up a fight, but cannot complete the comeback.
It's more of the lackluster defense.
Yeah.
The offense, it was there. We the Carmel fans saw that it was there. The Fighting Irish, they stayed up. They kind of went with their name. They fought in this game, thick and thin, literally. It was 2-1 in the first, and then it was 4-3. And then both teams kind of went on a scoring drought until the 6th inning. And that's kind of where everything went towards the Cathedral way. And then we saw them finally in the last inning, the top of the 7th, they closed it out.
Well, you can almost compare it almost a 3-act play here. We had those first 2 innings, scoring going on, neck and neck, and then a massive drought, and then a whole lot of scoring at the end. But not going in the Greyhounds' favor tonight, but they put up a fight, and I had fun. Did you have fun, Casey?
Oh, I had plenty of fun. Both teams advancing now to their next game. Carmel being 2-11, so probably not what they're looking for, but this Irish team going above 500, as we've seen them, this Irish team throughout the entire season fluctuate between winning 3 games in a row to 2 and then losing 2-3. So after losing just to Brownsburg 8-6 and now winning at Carmel 12-5, a chance for them to continue that momentum.
For sure. Well, that'll do it for us here at CHTV. I have been Noah Boudouris, joined alongside my friend Casey and Caroline. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you later.